Hi everyone, this is Mistel, and today I'm going to show you how to beat Shrillix, one of the legendary pets in Taanan Jungle. And I have a setup that is fairly different than what I've seen others using, and that's because I thought it was a little bit boring. I know that Pandaren Water Spirit Cromnus and the Emerald Whelp that I'm also using here is kind of, you know, the go-to solution for these pets, but I just want to use more pets really, so that's why I've been struggling and trying to come up with a setup that was different at least, and also obviously worked. So I have the Macabre Marionette, I have the Graves, and I love it. I can use Graves for a fight here. He's so cool. Just thrilled that he can be in this fight, and then Emerald Whelping because he's just so good. So I start with the Macabre Marionette, and I hope you got him here at the Pirate this day. Otherwise, best of luck next year, I guess. Well, not luck, it's a quest item. So, but anyways, so I'm starting out with the. Oh, let me first just say that I'm using Bone Bite, Death and Decay, and Deadman's Party, and I'm starting out with a Bone Bite. Why don't you do Deadman's Party, you ask? Well, it's because on his second turn Shrillix is going to dodge, and that would be kind of a waste then. So I'm doing it like this. I want some damage in on the first hit, and then on the second hit I'm doing the Death Decay cast, and that's because it feels like that's the least wasteful thing to do. I mean, he's dodging it, but it's not that much damage, and now it's down, so I don't really have to worry about it again. And then I'm gonna do another Bone Bite, because what else can I do while I'm waiting for him to come out of his dodge? And as soon as he is, I am going to do Deadman's Party. And at this point you might get a little bit worried, because my Macabre Marionette has taken more than half his health, and I've only done 200 damage to the Shrillix. But don't worry, as you can see now, as soon as you kind of get started with the Deadman's Party, it starts really hurting Shrillix. So he's now down to 774. And soon he will be even further down. There you go. So as you can see here, now I'm in a pretty good place. However, his dodge is off cooldown, as you can see, and that means I can't actually do another Deadman's Party and get something out of it, so there's nothing I can really do. The only thing that makes a little bit sense is to do another Death and Decay, because then it can last through for some longer time and probably do some damage to the backline pets as well. Gonna do that. And in comes Graves, and Graves has a skill setup of Skull Toss, Consume Corpse, and Grave Destruction. And at this point, a good thing to do, because there's a dodge here, is to actually use the Consume Corpse, so you can get him to full health again, or almost full health. So I'm just gonna do that. So you can see here I'm at 1600, and now Shrillix is no longer dodging. Then I have the Grave Destruction and the Skull Toss. I'm just gonna do Grave Destruction because I want to do a little bit of backline pet damage as well. I'm gonna do that, I think. There we go. And then I'm gonna follow up with Skull Toss. I want him dead before his dodge is off cooldown again, so it's just a matter of doing some good damage now. My Death and Decay is helping. Shrillix is such a bad, well, not a bad, but badass opponent, because he has both the dodge and he's humanoid, so he's gonna dodge your attacks and heal himself up. It's really frustrating actually to fight against him, I felt. But now I am up against the Waterfly, and I have my I have Graves at half health, so he can do some damage, or at least he can take some damage from the flying. What's it called? Anyways, you know what I mean. And then he can do some damage on the way. I'm gonna do another Grave Destruction, I think, just to get some damage on the frog here, because he's gonna be the one that is the most painful to kind of fight, since he's a blue one, and I don't like that. Maybe it's stupid actually, because I just realized that the Grave Destruction obviously is a undead attack, which means that it's weak against the frog. But anyways, doesn't matter. Here we have my Emerald Whelping. You can see I have 3 turns left. I want to have the Fel Corruption go off before I have to go up against the Horny Toad. So I'm just gonna start by doing a Emerald Presence to take as little damage as possible from the Waterfly, and then I'm gonna do my Emerald Dream to heal up. and he is healing himself up as well with healing string. Doesn't matter because I have my emerald bite now to really bite into him, and it's just gonna do some damage there. I should be able to kill him next turn there, and now you can see the failed corruption went off, so now everything is going to be beautiful and nice and fantastic. I'm just gonna put on Emerald Presence anyway because I don't want to take too much damage from well, anything really, but Swarm of Flies, it should be able to dodge most of that, and then I'll just do Emerald Bite till I'm at like half health. If I get scared I will do Emerald Dream, but I shouldn't really get scared at this guy. He is now no longer buffed by Fel Corruption, so he should be no problem at all for my my Whelpling. So just gonna do that. There. That's so annoying. 3 left. Come on, die. Just die. I wanna move on. Really. Come on. There we go. So as you can see, this setup works really, really well. But if you don't have these guys, then oh, you can see finally I got my full achievement. But if you don't have these guys, which you should have, but if you don't, Pandaren, Water Spirit, Crumnus, and Emerald Whelpling should also work out really, really well. I think that's what most people are using, and I'm just being a little bit silly for wanting to be different. But either way, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful, and also if you have any feedback, thoughts, questions, anything like that, put it in the comment section below, and of course make sure you subscribe because more videos are coming up now, and no longer will they be about legendary pets in Taanan Jungle. Now they will be about cool stuff like PvP and hopefully soon the Legion beta. Until next time, bye bye.